Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. This is your physics class, and today we are going to start some topics for left and reflection of light. In previous video, we have studied about refraction of light. What is refraction? When light travels from one medium to another medium, it deviates its path. During the refraction of light bends first on passing from air to glass and again from passing from glass to air. It changes its paths. We have studied about different terms related to refraction, that is incident ray, refracted ray, point of incidence, normal, angle of incidence, angle of refraction, etc. We have learned the phenomenon refraction, and refraction takes place at the boundary of separation of two media. When light travels from transparent medium to another transparent medium, it bends from its original path. The phenomenon of bending is called as refraction. Now today we will start refraction through a glass slab. What is a glass slab? A glass slab is a rectangular block of glass. So in this you will see that it is a rectangular glass through which the light can pass. The light can be refracted. Now come to the diagram. See the diagram. Incidence ray. When PQ is our incidence ray and Q is equals to refracted ray, angle PQN is equals to angle QR. See, angle PQ is incidence ray and angle OS is refracted ray. It is an emergent ray. PQ angle PON is equals to angle of incidence and angle NOO is equals to angle of refraction. An emergent ray is a ray which comes out from the medium to another medium. Angle of emergence is equals to angle of incidence in the glass slab. The emergent ray is parallel to incident ray. And now refraction through prism. What is a prism? A prism is transparent material bounded by two plane rectangular reflecting surface inclined at angle called angle of prism. Common prism is made up of glass material having 5 surfaces, 3 rectangular and 2 triangular surfaces. What is angle of deviation? On producing ray of incidence forwards and the ray of emergence, they meet at a point D. The angle formed between EDR is called angle of incidence, and angle of emergence is equals to angle of deviation and angle of prism, that is A and D. Angle of in this glass prism, angle of incidence and angle of emergent is equals to angle of prism and angle of deviation. Dispersion through light. Different colors are deviated from a prism differently. This is shown in the diagram. The process of splitting of white light into 7 colors is known as dispersion of light. The band of 7 colors is known as spectrum. The colors are arranged in the order. We have seen the example of formation of rainbow is a natural phenomenon of dispersion of sunlight. When the sunlight fall on the tiny drops of air, the drops act as a prism and we can see the rainbow. So angle PE is equals to incident ray, angle EF is equals to refracted ray, angle FS is equals to emergent ray. Lens. What is a lens? Lens is a transparent material bound with two curved or one curved and one another place surfaces. There are types of curves: convex lens and concave lens. What is a convex lens? What is a convex lens? A convex lens is a lens whose at least one side is convex and another side is thicker in the middle and thinner in the edges. See in the diagram. What is concave lens? Concave lens is lens whose at least one side is concave, that is thinner, and another side is thicker in the edges, is known as concave lens. Now we will learn different terms related to the lenses, focal length. What is focal length? See, this is focal length f. The distance between the focus of the lens and its pole is called as focal length. Convergent lens. What is convergent lens? Ray parallel to principal axis of the convex lens converge at the focus after refraction through the convex lens. It is therefore called as concave lens. Concave lens is also called as divergent ray. What is focal length? You know, it is the distance between focus of the lens and its pole. The focal length of a mirror is half. Principal axis. See, the line between passing between center of the sphere of the lens is called as center of curvature. Principal axis, the red imaginary line you can see in the diagram, is called as principal axis. What is optical center of the lens? The midpoint of the center lens is called as optical center of the lens. Radius of curvature. See radius of curvature in the diagram. Radius of curvature is the distance of center of the curvature from circumference of the sphere of which lens is a part. Converging lens, the ray parallel to the principal axis at the focus refraction through the convex lens, it is called as convergence lens. See the diagram, this is a convex lens. Convex lens is thicker in the middle and thinner at the edges. See in the diagram, it is thicker at the edges. Now see the ray diagram. Where is principal axis? It is imaginary lines. Optical center you can see in the middle. Principal focus or focal point is here. Convex lens, see, it is light ray. Focal point, focal length, the length between focus and center is called as focal length. Principal axis is there with the imaginary line. Red imaginary line is called as principal axis. And center of curvature. What is center of curvature? What is the radius of curvature? The geometrical center radius of curvature is the distance of the center of curvature from circumference of the sphere of the lens. So students, hope you understood this topic very well. If you have any doubt or any query regarding this chapter, you can ask me on WhatsApp.